Okay, Assalamualaikum. So for today content, I'm going to talk about how to become a better speaker. So like I've said, whenever you consume your social media, make sure that you become an active consumer where you learn about whatever content you are listening, take a notes and try to retell the content as you try to explain to 12 years old. So when you do that, meaning that whatever you are learning is embedding in your brain. So that is why it is very important that you retell whatever you are learning. Okay, so for today I'm going to talk about knowledge gap. Okay, when you see a new lecturer try to deliver a lesson, a subject that she is very new of, maybe she need to teach something that she never thought of before, and then she become very unprepared, unexpert, and we can see a little incompetency there. But when we compare it to some senior lecturer that have been taught the same subject for years, for example, you can say that they can deliver the lecture flawlessly. And over the time, the new lecturer will have more expertise built over the years, right? So the first student will be like her first experiment, her first trial, and and they will keep building their expertise along the years. So that is what I'm going to talk about, the knowledge gap. The reason why we are not fluent, why we are not good at delivering our speech or our topic is because we have this knowledge gap. The more you explain about the thing that you want to talk about, the more fluent, the more articulate you are about the subject, because you are thinking, you are processing, you are teaching the same subject over and over again, and you develop more expertise along the way. You gain more knowledge as you go through years of about the lesson. You go through a very deep research, deep knowledge. You get a lot of input, you give a lot of output, and it trigger your mind to think more deeply about the subject. So that is how you develop your knowledge gap. So if you are struggling to speak in front of camera, it's because the knowledge gap, right? So you just need to build the knowledge gap. For example, when you talk about something and then you try to record yourself, you try to answer the question about the subject, and then you look at back your videos and see the knowledge gap. Whenever you are hesitate, whenever you have whenever you are struggling to answer the question, you are struggling to explaining the term, for example, it means that is your knowledge gap that you need to work on. So try to learn about it more deeply and try to retell it over and over again. And the more you fill in all your knowledge gap, the more fluent you would be when you talk about the subject. So it is also the reason why we have a lot of filler words, because we need to think deeply about this subject. Okay, so if you can think flawlessly about the subject, about the thing that you want to speak about, you want to talk about, then the filler word will not be an issue because you have it there in your mind. So it's just a matter of time. You just need to build your knowledge gap. Okay, so I think that's it for now. You just need to put more effort if you want to become fluent. You want to become more expert about the subject, so you need to put more effort to it. So it depends on your determination, your passion. If you have a very high passion to work on your knowledge gap, then you become expert in a faster way. So but it takes time. Don't rush things. You get there when you get there. That's why they say that you get wiser as you get older. So you just need to be patient while beating it. But if you couldn't wait to get wiser when you're older, you want to get it now, yes, work it for now. Put your hard work 100%, put more effort, and you could do it in no time. Even there are a lot of young influencer, young successful person who are very articulate, that because they are training young, they start young. So you work for yourself. Okay, thank you.